Hello friends and family from around the world, this is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide. We are on September 21st, 2022. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update, as well earthquakes, volcanoes, and a look at world weather. Starting out here, looking at the last 48 hours on our sun, 304 angstroms. Still some pretty active and large sunspots in the southern hemisphere. Other than that, the north looks pretty clear, except for coronal hole. Looking at the last 48 hours incoming, we do have that incoming sunspot, 3088. And it is a very active one. As you can see there on the left-hand side, a lot of bright, fiery regions. And as well in the last few frames, some small explosions. Looking at the last 48 hours outgoing, no major CMEs or solar flares to talk about. We had a couple C-class solar flares, but nothing major thwarted our way. Amazing imagery here, brought to you by Solar Dynamics Observatory. Another closer look at the southern hemisphere, active regions. As I said in the last few frames there, watch for a couple small explosions there. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on this sunspot as it turns to an Earth-facing view. Looking at multi-spectrum, the last 48 hours, large plasma filaments starting to stretch out across the northern hemisphere. Watching that region there, just pointed out. Small CME detected. Also another quick look here at 193 angstroms, showing the coronal holes. One was Earth facing for the past couple days, and another one developing in the southern hemisphere. So watch for the solar stream to come in from that large sunspot, and as well coronal hole wind stream over the next 24 to 36 hours. Solar X-ray flux remains in C range after seeing three actually large C-class solar flares. Geomagnetic activity remains low. Real-time solar wind was sitting at about 450 kilometers per second after being up the last couple days, due to the last solar flare, which was forecasted here with Daily Events Worldwide. So things starting to come down a bit, and that most likely is ahead of the coronal hole wind stream. Looking at the ISWA space prediction spiral, no major events to talk about, but that solar stream is on its way to Earth right now. Looking at LASCO 3, showing the sun's energy taking off from the surface, as well in the right-hand view there, incoming Mercury. That's right, we have the Mercury retrograde going on right now, and as well the fall solstice. So stay aware and prepared. Lots of things changing. Schumann resonance for today, healthy, power of 15. Quality of 6.3 and a power of 8. Amplitude 15. Now let's get to earthquakes here the last 24 hours, as it has been busy. We did see an increase in seismicity across the Hawaiian island, small eruption occurring, as noted here with Daily Events Worldwide earlier today with a small video. 3.4, 3.9 earthquakes rocking the area. As well, the largest past 24 hours, the 6.0 here, struck Stary, Kamchatsk, Russia, and that was yesterday. Seeing a lot of activity there, very active volcanoes, Kamchatka, Shevelech, through the region of Kamchatka. As well, just recently, a 5.1 was reported here in Iran, 4.6 there, earlier reported China. As well, Mid-Atlantic Ridge seeing some activity today, 4.5. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet across the West Pacific. 5.7 here reported today, early this morning. And as well for deep earthquakes, deepest being a 352 kilometer depth there in Fiji. A new volcano has awakened there, the Home Reef volcano. Looking across the North American plate, as noted earlier, there is a small earthquake swarm occurring at Salton Sea, but there is also a small earthquake swarm occurring here at Yellowstone. 32 minor earthquakes in the past few hours. So heads up, I'm going to give you a quick look here at the last 7 days, all magnitude and you can see something is bubbling up. West Yellowstone, stay aware and prepared. Carry on here with the rest of the earthquakes from around the world. Quiet through South America. One 5.0 earthquake there, South Sandwich Islands. Have a quick glance at the last 7 days for earthquakes. Take a quick moment to thank everybody for tuning in today, and as well for inviting me into your living room. And welcome to Daily Events Worldwide. Welcome to the family. Much love for you all. I'm always thinking of you, and I miss all of you in the live streams. I hope you're all ready. For our Earth changes. Let's get to the Pacific Disaster Center, showing the most recent satellite imagery and as well most recent volcanoes getting updated. Looking here at Suwanosejima in Japan, Sabancaya in Peru, Sheveluch, Russia, Reventador in Ecuador, as well Dacono in Indonesia, Sangay in Ecuador, Popocatépetl in Mexico, Nevadas de Ruiz, Colombia. 145 active hazards across this map right now, and a lot are fires, droughts, and volcanoes. We have one tropical storm here in the middle of the Atlantic. Gatson is alive, and as well, Hurricane Fiona is very much alive. A Category 4 hurricane right now. Looking at the trajectory and forecast models here with Pacific Disaster Center, showing it's still heading for the Atlantic provinces, making landfall northern parts of Nova Scotia and into Newfoundland for Saturday. So heads up. Looking across the Pacific Ocean, another tropical cyclone here has developed. Madeline, not expected to make landfall or affect any humans for that matter. We've got here, this is where the volcano has erupted, Home Reef and Tonga region. That is north of the Hunga Tonga. As well, we've got more flooding conditions southeast Australia after the last couple days of rain. Pretty big systems heading over Europe and as well Russia right now. One very large system in the middle of the Atlantic heading just south of Iceland as well. So big systems developing here into the autumn solstice coming up. That's right, the first day of fall is tomorrow. Now let's get to weather here for the next few days across North America. Scattered showers moving through Ontario today, but clearing out. And as well, cooler conditions will prevail behind it. This is a very large cold front from a huge low pressure system over the Hudson Bay. Watch for that to slowly track northeast over Quebec, dropping a lot of snow in the long-range forecast. As well, watching systems move up into Newfoundland ahead of Hurricane Fiona. Low pressure system here developing Wednesday into Thursday, parts of the Pacific Northwest through Montana. And as well, we've got lots of rain and moisture and wind heading towards the BC coastline over the next few days. A few systems affecting you. Atmospheric river of moisture on its way to Alaska. It's going to be dumping a lot of snow in the long-range forecast. Look at that. Sunday into Monday, lots of rain for middle parts of British Columbia coastline. Showing here the forecast models for Hurricane Fiona making landfall Saturday in the Atlantic provinces. So thoughts and prayers going out to everybody affected there, and as well everybody affected already by Hurricane Fiona. Another tropical system here, invest area number L98, will be developing into a major hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico by next Thursday into Friday. It will be a superstorm, a major hurricane heading into the Gulf coastline. So heads up, stay safe, and be ready. Stay tuned for the next forecast because things can change drastically. Overlooking South America, daily evaporation rains, nothing major to report, no major systems. overlooking the Atlantic Ocean in the long-range forecast. A couple tropical depressions here developing. Boy, this is an interesting late season Atlantic hurricane season. Overlooking Africa, daily evaporation rains heavy through western parts along the coastline as two lows are tracking northward there. Pretty big low pressure system coming in for parts of Europe as well. Watch for that system to encroach Saturday into Sunday, and most likely will be bringing widespread showers and thunderstorms across most of Europe, and especially eastern parts and northeastern into parts of Sweden and Finland. Strong convergence line. And as well, same with North America, cooler temperatures prevailing behind it. Overlooking Southeast Asia, monsoon rains continue on here. Watching a system develop, long-range forecast heading into Thailand, as well a low-pressure system heading out eastern India. Just seems to be grinding along the coastline for the next few days before making landfall and up into the Mongolian mountains. No major typhoons forecast for the long range just yet, except for that one system heading into Thailand, parts of South China. Overlooking Australia for the next few days. Eastern parts, rain clearing out over the next couple days. But then another trough line comes through, bringing widespread scattered showers along the east coast, but pretty dry week ahead of you. And things are going to be warming up for sure. But the big thing is here, we've got atmospheric river of moisture heading into Alaska over the next few days. Look at the forecast models showing remnants of Typhoon Nanmodal heading into the region. And that's going to drastically change weather for North America in the long range, especially Canada. And lots of snow accumulating through Alaska. Leave you here looking at the snow totals for Alaska over the next 10 days. Brought to you by windy.com forecast models. Thanks everybody for watching today. This has been Mike with Daily Events Worldwide. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your daily dew. We'll see you next video. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.